Hey everybody, what a difference a day makes, huh? Well, here we are. We're made it over here to Cheryl's dad's house with the mower. Cheryl's got the push mower up there, and yesterday I felt like I was dying, and today I wake up and I'm like, I feel fine. I feel fine. I mean, my body still aches, and I mean, I'm not 100%, but yeah, I feel fine. So I'm glad we come over here because the grass is getting out of hand, and the power company came and cut this tree down because it was dead and it was leaning towards the road, and we told them they could cut it down, but they were supposed to call us and let us know when they were doing it so one of us could be here, and they ended up leaving us that mess. We told them that they could leave the wood chips, dump the wood chips on a pile, and they didn't do that, but they left us that mess. So I got to get the tractor over here anyhow to do some other work, so we'll be doing that, moving that tree with the tractor. But yeah, it's pretty tall. Might have to go around twice, and Cheryl's getting ready to do the push mowing up here. The house had been on pause for a while since I hadn't been feeling good, but hopefully we'll be able to get right back into that. And yeah, some flowers are out.
Beautiful day.
And that's just junk. We should cut that down before it gets out of hand.
I know.
But yeah, we got some work to do here. So
Beautiful tulip.
it's about 80 degrees. It was a little hotter today, but it's cooling down pretty nice right now. And yeah, so I'm gonna mow the grass, and Cheryl's gonna mow a little bit with the push mower, and then she's gonna go down and start pumping some fuel oil out of the tank. Hopefully we get the rest of that fuel oil out of the tank today. I'm hoping we'll get that project done and knock that one off the list, because when they do start back up working on the house, he said the first thing he wants to do is pour concrete in the basement so they can get the support logs done on the inside. And look at all those ants. Wonder what they're feeding on, but they're everywhere. Wow. But anywho, as Cheryl says,
Anywho,
I'm gonna get started with the ride mower, and I'll leave you with Cheryl a little bit, and she's gonna get mowing, but I'm gonna let the camera sit up here, so when she's done doing what she's doing, she might come and say hi to y'all. Otherwise, hang in there, and I'll be back in a little while. Well, it's going on 8 o'clock, so it was about 2.5 hours worth. Took one break, and Cheryl was doing a lot of odds and ends, and she did get almost all of the fuel oil out of the tank, but the grass was pretty thick, and I had to mow it twice, and but we're done, and I'm able to walk. Not very good though, but Cheryl got a lot done herself, pulling some weeds in the flower garden. And this used to be a beautiful tulip garden here, but it's just kind of going away. But we'll get her back here one of these days, and I think we're about ready to get out of here. Guess we'll be getting started on the house. If you guys have been watching this series, you maybe remember the one video of showing you the inside of the house. It's an old log home. It used to be a one-story house, and they added the second story later, and that was probably the 1850s when they added this second story. So the first story was probably a 1700s log home. So that's why you want to restore it, just on the inside. And we're going to get new siding to put on the outside and get a new porch built on. And it's going to look like an old house. We've got new windows coming, and we've got the pane window glass, so you know it's going to look period correct. And we're excited to do that. And Cheryl, I think she was having second thoughts about it, but I think once we get back into it, she'll be back into it. But yeah, this is her family's place, and I look forward to getting it fixed back up and get to use it. And you know, got about 5 acres here, or 4 acres, I think, 4 or 5 acres, and of wooded land down there. And I want to get an outfitter's tent and put up next to a creek. There's a creek that runs down through there, and it runs all year long, but it's only about 4 or 5 feet wide in most places. So yeah, so we got mowers loaded up. I got to put a new fuse in the truck before we get out of here. So I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll catch back up with you guys tomorrow and see what we got going on tomorrow. I don't have any plans as of yet, but it's supposed to rain some, so it's hard to say. I might end up at the shop. I might end up on the couch. Who knows? But I still feel half decent. I'm a little sore. I'm tired, but feeling a lot better than I have, so that's a plus. So all right, well, I'm gonna keep rambling on, so I'm gonna get off of here, and we will catch up with you guys tomorrow. So we will see you then. Bye bye. Hi everybody, it's Chris from Stage 4 Journey. I'm back, and it's been a pretty good, decent week this week. It's been a beautiful week. A little chilly, but still warm enough to get outside with the sweatshirt, and the leaves are just coming in, and the wild pears are blooming, and we're just starting to get buds on the catalpa trees. So they're probably going to be another week or so before we start seeing any flowers on them. But these pear trees are just beautiful. They're wild pears, is what I've been told. And then Cheryl's lilac bush is almost done. It doesn't last real long, but some of them have died off already. But it's just a beautiful tree, and she usually has the bird feeder full. But yeah, but thought I'd show you some of the beautiful things that are coming back to life, and it's just a beautiful day. And Cheryl took off work a little early. She came home, she push mowed for me, but I got to mow with the ride mower yet today, because they're calling for rain for the next couple days. I think actually 4 days. Tonight, all day Friday, Saturday, and a little bit on Sunday yet. So I need to get this mowed with the ride mower up here before it rains, or I won't be able to get in here with it. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show you all some of the beauty of spring coming out. And I don't know if I told you, it is Thursday, April 27th. Cheryl's birthday was the 25th. I wasn't feeling real good that day. I actually had a really bad day that day. I was really hoping to take Cheryl out to dinner that night. I hadn't been out in a while, and I just couldn't do it. My back hurt so bad. I just couldn't move, and if I did move, it just hurt so bad. So I apologize to her for not being able to do that on her birthday, which I'd like to have done, but it just didn't work out. But the next day, Wednesday, she decided she was going to have dinner with her mother-in-law. I don't know if her mother-in-law planned it or not, but they invited me to go up for that, and I did make it up for that one. and we enjoyed a nice dinner. It would have been last night. So, and I feel better today. My legs are still hurting. My lower back still hurts real bad. And Cheryl's been trying to get me into the spine center to see if there's anything they can do. Give me a shot or something down there to just make me feel a little better. And I don't know, she called them twice or something this week, and they still haven't called back. So, but it's a better day today. And I just wanted to say thank you to the people that's been leaving me messages. Most of them, for the most part, have been absolutely awesome, showing me respect and giving me a lot of positivity. And I hate to even have to talk about this, but you know how people are on the internet. They turn into keyboard warriors, and I hope that a lot of my good supporters and subscribers didn't have to go through and see what we dealt with the last couple days with the YouTube channel, and the comments that we were getting were just unbelievably sad, and it did have me worked up a little bit. I'm not going to go into what they were saying, but not very nice things about me, like they know me, and they didn't want to say who they were. They were hiding behind their keyboard. They were too scared to give their name, to prove that they don't know us. And the lies that were saying about me and my wife were just so sad. And I'm sorry we all had to deal with that, because for the most part, for the last over a year of me running this channel, I say me running it, I'm doing all the editing and posting and all of that, and Cheryl does help me with all of that when I need it. But yeah, I started this channel is trying to do a couple things, and that was the number one thing is trying to show what potentially a stage 4 cancer patient goes through on a day-to-day basis. And I've been blessed so far to have had good success with most of my treatments, to keep me going and keeping my cancer at bay. And so I'm hoping that I get to help other people out that are going through the same thing, or might have family that are going through the same thing. And one of the things I'm dealing with is still dealing with this runny nose. I apologize all the time about it. I don't know what to do about it. It's especially worse in the spring, so I guess it's allergies. But I did have a comment that somebody was disgusted with me for wiping my nose all the time, and I apologize to that person. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I don't think everybody else would enjoy seeing snot running down my upper lip, so I do keep that wiped down as much as I can. And like I said, I've asked doctors numerous times. They've checked. There's nothing wrong with my sinuses. The only thing we can say is it's allergies, and bad allergies run in my family. My dad always had bad allergies. I don't know if his nose runs like this. I've never really asked him or seen him, but I do know that he carries hankies, because I said that I would never be like him and carry a hanky in my pocket. But by golly, here I am winning it. Actually, my sister made me a few of the tie-dye ones to keep in my back pocket, so I do, and I use it a lot, almost all day long. And so I apologize for that. If it disgusts you out, anybody out, I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do. The second thing that I wanted to get out of this channel is to help me talk about what's going on with my life. Yeah, I'm not one to talk to just anybody side by side about it, and it helps me tremendously to talk about it on here. I do show a lot of emotion because it's a very emotional time of someone's life, and to get the comments that somebody actually has the balls to place that on an open thread and say bad things about somebody who is going through potentially one of the worst times of their lives. So I was stressed out about that the last week, and I was commenting back to these people, and Cheryl said, don't do that, don't please them, don't give them the light of day. She said just delete it and block them from the channel. And she did some research on her own, and all these comments that are coming out of people that with these accounts that opened up the same day that they made the comments. So I know they didn't just come across my channel. I'm hoping it's not people that I do know, because there is people out there that do dislike me for whatever reason it may be. There's nothing I can do about that. I try to get along with everybody, try to help everybody out as much as I can, and I still got to deal with that stuff. It's just very, very, very sad that I have to deal with that at the same time I'm dealing with everything else. But yeah, so I wanted to get that out before I get with Cheryl and finish this video up for the week. But it's going to be a rained out weekend for us. She took off tomorrow. We had plans to go down to camp and get the camper set up and start getting that ready for us to spend some time at, so we can relax down there and enjoy being outside with all of our friends and family down there at camp. So it doesn't look like we're going to get down there this weekend because of the rain. So when we do decide to get down there, we'll be sure to take the camera along, come back here to the pond and see if there was any signs of tadpoles. I've just seen a couple of frogs jump in, but I'm not seeing any tadpole eggs at the moment. I think we may have a big snapping turtle in there eating up all the eggs, because at one time this whole thing, the whole way around, it was filled with tadpoles, and tadpole eggs bundles are just huge. And but I'm not seeing any right now. I did one dry year see a snapping turtle had made its way back to the pond, because this pond, it'll drop a foot or two, but I mean, it'll get almost completely empty on the one side. But this side over here, I dug about six foot deep here on this end, and it usually, you know, keeps a good bit of water in there, in case there is any fish or not. But I'm pretty sure that snapping turtle got in that side and just decided how easy it was to find food, and decided to stick around. And we haven't seen him again, but last time I seen him, he was going in backwards on that wall over there, and he could be still stuck in there. I don't know, but anyhow, I just wanted to touch base with you all on that. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing as many videos as I usually have been, because of the way I've been feeling. you know, had a lot of those comments was telling me that I was acting selfish, and it was just disgusting. I'm not meaning to be selfish in any way. I know I have a good support group. I'm blessed to have that. I know not everybody has that, and that's one of the reasons I'm here, is to give those people that positivity, and try to maybe make it easier on somebody else's life. So with all that said, right now I'm gonna get out here and finish mowing the grass, and then I will Cheryl is teaching. Today is her last class. Last week was the exam, and today she's going to go over the exam with them, and so she'll be out early. And I told her that I was going to make dinner. I'm sorry, my nose again. I told her I was going to make dinner, and I think I'm going to I got some hamburger out of the freezer, and I think I'm going to make some spaghetti. But of course I'm going to have to run to Dollar General to get some spaghetti sauce, because I hadn't been eating it, because tomatoes, anything with tomatoes in it, was giving me bad digestion. It just wasn't working out, so I haven't been eating it. So I've been off my chemo for I think it's been tomorrow will be 3 weeks, I believe, and that was the original plan. But I don't go to see him until next Friday. I think I'm just going to stay off of it another week. I did get set up to go in to see a Lyme's disease specialist. I've been saying I've had Lyme's disease for years. I've been to countless doctors over the area in Pennsylvania and Maryland, and each doctor comes up with their own diagnosis, which is usually not Lyme's, because I have had a couple Lyme's tests, and they both came back negative, and it was from a different doctor each time. But I'm told that the testing that they're using is not very accurate. It's very hard to detect Lyme's disease, and I believe, with me being off of the Cabomedics for 3 weeks now, that would have all cleared up, and I'm still having joint pains in my body. It's usually every joint in my body, my back, my legs, my hip, my shoulders, my fingers. It just hurts like crazy. And then my brain, you know, we were thinking it was coming from the radiation and on my brain, and the fogginess that I've been getting, and the motor skills that I'm just losing. My mind, I just can't think of words to say. I know what I'm talking about, but I just can't get the words out, and it just seems to be getting worse. And I think the last time I was tested for Lyme's was probably about 20 years ago. I've been dealing with this situation, and I've never agreed with the doctors. Are always saying, well, I just got chronic pain. I forget what they called it, chronic pain disease, or I don't know, I forget what it was. And yeah, I have pain every day. It's caused by something else, and what that something else is, I'm not exactly sure. I had another doctor tell me that I had fibromyalgia, and I didn't believe in that either, which is actually getting closer to Lyme's, but I don't think it's that, because I don't have the single touch points like most people have with the fibromyalgia. Now, if you touch my skin when I'm having a flare-up, it hurts. I mean, like every nerve in my body just hurts. It's not a pressure point, because the way I understand it, if you have fibromyalgia, and maybe you guys can help me with this, if you have it, you can let me know, but it mainly is set up with where your pressure points are, and that's where you're sore at all the time, is on those pressure points. But like I said, I'm not sure, but I want to go to this specialist that's up the road from us, and he's an all cash doctor. He specializes in Lyme's disease, in Lyme's treatment. He developed his own testing, and that's why he is cash only, because I guess insurance won't pay for it, since it's not, the testing has not been approved for use everywhere. I don't know how that works, but it's not going to be cheap to go to this guy. But I will feel a lot better knowing if I go to him and he gives me that test and he says it's negative, then I will take that as the final answer, and then maybe look into the fibromyalgia a little more. But until right now, I believe it to be Lyme's disease. But anyway, here I am rambling on again. I got to get busy, but I'll try to get back with you later tonight, and have Cheryl help me close out this video for the week. Another one of the comments, a couple comments that we've seen on there, is that sometimes it gets confusing to people when me and her are talking, and I'm sorry about that. But the reasoning that we do that, and I have Cheryl by my side, is because I do forget what to say a lot of times. So with that said, I want my wife by my side when I'm doing stuff like that, and also she's the biggest part of my life, and I just want her by my side. So with all that, we'll be back later on after dinner, or maybe while we're cooking dinner, and let Cheryl say a few words, and then we'll wrap it up for this week, because I think it's just going to be a rainy weekend to worry about doing any videoing. It doesn't look like we're going to be headed down to camp. If it was just going to be minor rain, I would go down, but I'm not going to go down there and try to set up everything in the mud. So until then, we'll talk to you later this evening then. All right, bye. Hey everybody, we're back. Sorry I didn't get to close out the video when I wanted to. I wanted to close it out on Thursday, when I made the other video of me going on and mumbling on about some of my problems and issues that we're having with our channel. But I just started feeling kind of not real good, and I ended up being in bed all day Friday, and Cheryl was off work Friday, and we were going to go run some errands, and I just didn't have it in me to go. And I had a really bad day on Friday, and I mean, I was in pain, and I had to go back to some of my other pain pills that I haven't been using, more of the time sensitive ones. What's it called? X-Tampa extended release. That's the word I was looking for. So I've been taking that for a couple days.
And what a difference.
Saturday I woke up feeling a lot better. I still didn't get up until, I don't know, it was like 1 o'clock before I came downstairs. And it was rainy. It was real rainy. We had some thunderstorms early in the morning, but we needed the rain. Mm-hmm. So I didn't do much again on Saturday. I did feel pretty good, and we did end up going out to eat to a Mexican restaurant with our neighbors Sean and Jen. Yay! It was the first time I've been out in a while, and I'll probably be getting started back on the Cabo Medics, the targeted chemo pill here. I'll go to the oncologist on Friday, and if you guys see, I'll keep looking down. I do have notes here I'm going on with this time. I got some notes, and so don't have anything this week until going to him on Friday, and then I need to ask him if I should go ahead and restart the Cabo Medics, because I don't go to the Lyme specialist until the end of May 30th, I think is the date. So it's almost a month before I go see him. So I want to see if I should go back on the Cabomedics before I go back or go to the specialist. So I think I just said that twice. My mind is still kind of like jelly. I'm still having some issues with my memory and words, trying to find words.
But it has improved.
It definitely has improved. I got up today, Sunday, April 30th, and felt a lot better. I got up a little bit earlier in the morning. Actually, I was awake early in the morning. For me, it was like 8:30 when I woke up, and I did some web browsing I haven't done in a while. I got caught up on Facebook, and just shopped around on the computer a little bit for some items that I was in need for.
We've been needing for a while.
Yeah, I got some parts for the trailer I use for hauling the mowers back and forth everywhere, and I got a.
I talked him into getting a lift.
It's a spring assist lift.
So we're not killing ourselves.
For on the tailgate. It'll be good for her too, because it's a 180-pound tailgate, and after I get this spring assist thing on there, it'll make the tailgate feel like it's 25 or 30 pounds. It shows guys lifting it up with their feet, just kicking it up, and it goes right up. So I tried to get that in today with neighbor Sean. He came down, and we had almost 8 hours in down there, and it just turned out that the tailgate on my trailer didn't match up with the hinges with how that tailgate assist needed to be hooked up. So we tried to make some of our own parts to do that with what I had on hand, and it almost worked. And it could have worked, but it just wasn't right, and I can't do that. If it's not perfect, I can't let it go. So I'm gonna have to start all over on that project, and I'll probably try to get the camera on that one this week. I'm hoping, because I got to get back over to her dad's and mow sometime this week. I'm sure it's growing like crazy over there. It usually does. But so I was down at the shop for almost 8 hours today. So
I was a little worried.
That's a long day for me
compared to 2 days
and
ago.
I didn't do a whole lot of breaks. We stayed pretty busy, and I'm feeling it now. My back hurts. The bottom of my feet hurt.
But you had a good day to work.
I did, and it felt good to get out. Still got an itching going on.
And a long time for you.
I'm starting to think the itching is coming from all the pain medicines that I've been taking extra. But anyhow, that's where we're at on Sunday. So that's it. That's all we're gonna mumble on about. Sorry I had to mumble on and groan and do some complaining.
It's part of the story.
It's all part of the story. So I appreciate you all hanging in there and keeping the positive comments coming to me. It really makes us feel good when we see those good comments, and I'm just gonna have to learn how to just overlook the bad ones. I know there's going to be more and more of the bad ones, but it is hard to read it and deal with it when you're not used to it. So I hate to get used to something like that, but looks like that's what we're going to end up having to do. So, but
we appreciate everyone who watches and supports the channel, and just your motivating us to stay on track and keep fighting. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you all for that. So with all that said, we're going to get off here. It's Sunday night. It's 9 o'clock. So I don't know if I'll get this video out tonight. It might end up going out tomorrow. I'm going to try to get it out tonight. We'll see how it goes. But until next time.
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah.
Sylvia.
I almost forgot.
Our very dear friend
and neighbor Sylvia.
Very much like our family.
Yes, she is. And,
we love you, Sylvia.
It's her birthday. It's tomorrow. So we just wanted to wish her a happy birthday. And
she is an example of living a good life.
Also a cancer survivor.
And cancer survivor.
And I don't remember when she said she went through hers. Was it the 80s? Or the 70s? It was early. It was early in her life. So, but she's a warrior.
But she appreciates each day
and amazing
is
woman.
Grateful for living, and a wonderful example for us.
Yep, amazing woman. And I think you might have met her on one of the videos. I remember talking to her on the camera a few times. So, but all right, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. We got everything in I think we needed to, and we'll see you again next time on my Stage 4 journey. So we'll see y'all. Bye.